Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. I think we are having some technical issues there on the last stream. So, welcome to the new Friday live stream here. Sorry, I'm a little bit late today. As I was mentioning earlier, the moment I was about to go live, my cat decided to pee on a brand new rug, so I had to deal with that. So that's going to be a little bit of fun for me to deal with for the rest of the day. Anyhow, how's your Friday going or Saturday going, depending on where you are in the world? It's a little gray and gloomy today, so I'm doing the stream from inside. I got a little bit of better light in here, so I'm all yours to answer your questions and let you guys know what's going on in the Naked and Famous Denim world. Also, just to update you guys, the last week I noticed something interesting. There was a little bit of a change on Instagram where there was no limit to how long I could live stream. This is a new somebody's asking, is this a new Naked and Famous denim hoodie in a new color? Yes, this is coming out in the fall. So this is a fall color. This red and a blush pink will be like a vintagey pink. It's going to look really nice. Are coming out in the fall. So let me just get back to that, what I was saying about the live stream. So basically there's no limit now at least as far as I know, in terms of length. In the past, it was like a hard 1 hour cutoff. So like at the end of an hour, I'd get a little countdown, when there was a minute left, saying that you have a minute left, and I'd do my farewells. But last week I was going on I was going on and on and on, and I was like, when is that timer gonna hit? I felt like it was gonna hit any moment, so I ended abruptly. But it turns out that video was over an hour and a half long. So thanks for anybody who sat through the entire thing. But the really neat thing is that these IG, these like live streams now turn into IG. At least you have the option to make it an IGTV video. So I can save these directly on IGTV for immediate consumption, because Instagram live stories would self-delete off of Instagram after an hour. Oh no, sorry, after 24 hours. So after a day, you wouldn't be able to watch it. Then depending on whether the file saved to my phone, there's some weird issues that has been happening. I have to rip the video somehow and get it on YouTube. And anyways, it's a bit of a thing. It's not that hard, but anyways, it's more of a thing. But now I can just directly have it on our IGTV channel, and you can rewatch all of our videos there. I'm still gonna re-upload them to YouTube just in case people prefer to watch it there. So that's kind of a new feature that Instagram has given us. Somebody said, "Hey, Biz, hope you are well." I am well. I forever wanted a pair of the duck canvas salvage. I'm not sure about sizing. Does duck canvas stretch out in a similar way to that of denim? I mean, any garment is gonna stretch a little bit. A lot of people ask me about how much are my jeans going to stretch out, and I feel like the reason why they're asking that question is because they want to see how much they need to size down in order to account for the amount of stretch the jeans are going to have. And personally, I never recommend anybody do that. In fact, I find that anybody who does do that tends to either break the jeans, or they find that the jeans end up being way too tight. So my recommendation always is to find the jeans that will fit you on day one. Don't account for that, amount of stretch. That amount of stretch is there because that's what your body needs, in terms of room as you move. If you get that extra half an inch, that's because your body needs that extra half an inch to feel comfortable in that jean. So don't do this size down game. It is a bad game to play. And quite honestly, I'm kind of tired of dealing with the customer service issues that arise from that. Some people size down too much and they break their jeans, and then we have to deal with this customer, and it's not fun to have to deal with that. Because sometimes this is a person's first pair of jeans, and this is not a small amount of money either. So we have to find ways to accommodate that person. So we're not going to leave people high and dry out there, but at the same time, we try our best to tell people how to properly size their jeans, but there's so much bad information out there in these forums and things like that, where people are constantly recommending people size down, and it's just bad information. You buy the size that fits. You measure your jeans that you have at home. You compare those measurements to our measurement guides on our website, and you're gonna get the right size. You're only going to have trouble if you ignore the measurement guides and just assume your size, and if you play the size down game. Those are two guaranteed methods of not having an excellent experience. So be careful of that. And if you have any friends or other fellow raw denim enthusiasts, recommend always that they just follow the guides, never size down, and they're gonna be okay. When are the spring 20 jumpsuits dropping? I think, are they not on the website right now? I should check. We did have a bit of a shutdown, so there might be some delays, but I'm pretty sure they're on the website. I'm just turning on my computer now to see what's going on there. On measurements, should I size up for cotton duck? I don't know. I know it doesn't stretch as much. Sizing up is, you'll have more room, so the likelihood of them not fitting is reduced. But if you want them to fit kind of right, just again follow that measurement guide. Measure the jeans you have at home and compare those measurements, whichever kind of line up closest. Those jeans that you have at home may be a little big or a little too small, so account for that as well. But I don't think you necessarily need to size up. You can buy the size that is right for you, and it'll stretch a little bit, and you're going to be okay. I'm going to check on that duck on the jumpsuits, but I'm pretty sure they're up. Okay. Another thing that I've been doing, and the other day I posted on Instagram where you could find the Hanami salvage, because a lot of people have been asking me about that. So I put up a post that says, if you're looking for anything, message me and I'll try to locate it for you. Then I got a tidal wave of people asking me for stuff, so I'm still working on getting back to you guys. We do get a lot of DMs, and I try to answer everything, but there are a lot of DMs. We just finally, thank you guys, by the way, we just surpassed 100,000 followers on Instagram, so you can imagine the amount of people who are sending me messages. And I try to respond to everything, but sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, or just the way that Instagram orders DMs. Things kind of get lost, things get pushed down and rearranged, and then you miss something. And anyways, that's what's going on over there. So the women's collection, those the coveralls were for women's, and we have jumpsuit. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like we have the new ones up. You might be able to find them. Maple Street Denim has them in Oakland. Anyways, I'll get them up soon. But if you do some Google searching, you should be able to find them. Maple Street Denim, I'm pretty sure, has it. Jumpsuit or coverall. Anyways, send me a DM. And I will find that for you for what retailers have them online. It doesn't look like we have them on Tate and Yoko, so I will I'll try to update that soon. Are any sales being offered for Memorial Day? No, we're not going to have any Memorial Day sales. We do have a great sales section, though. Our next sale will be happening for 4th of July and Canada Day, because those two holidays kind of are very close together. 4th of July, obviously, on the 4th of July, July 1st being Canada Day. So we usually do our kind of annual or biannual sale there. Women's coveralls are up. Why don't I see them Maybe they're just not organized. Yes, they are up on the website. Never mind. Just type in coverall in the search. They just are not organized under the women's section in the one piece. Because we do have a section for one piece kind of garments, like overalls, and we had jumpsuits. So I will remedy that. But if you're in a pinch, look up coverall on Tatsuya and Yoko, and you'll find them. And I will reorganize them to be in the women's section under the one piece category. So back to sales, we will have a Can America Day sale, during the 4th of July, Canada Day, July 1st time period. So watch out for that. But in the meantime, check out our sales section. There's a lot of great deals, a lot of great shirt deals in there, a lot of great summer shirts from previous seasons that, they're still great. So check them out. In addition to that, if you aren't subscribed to our newsletter, you are absolutely missing out on some really great deals. We do send out a weekly deal on Wednesdays that you can only get the link to from our email. It actually goes up on our Facebook as well. But the thing about Facebook is they don't, unless you're like directly going to our page, you're probably not going to see our posts very often. Facebook is very monetarily driven in terms of a business wanting to make sure that their posts are available for their viewership to see. So we don't spend money on that. So if you want all of the information, you got to subscribe to the Tate and Yoko email. Naked and Famous Denim gets some emails, but Tate and Yoko is really where the action is. That's where you're going to see a lot of the deal action. So just picked up the Sakiori kimono. That's a very, very awesome piece. That was a very small production run, so you're one of few with that. Enjoy. What does greencast mean? Greencast is a little bit of kind of green tint added to the dye tone, so the jeans have a greenish indigo tone versus a reddish indigo tone. So you'll know it when you see it, because the jeans look a little bit more green than they do. They look blue, but they look a little greenish blue. Anyways, you'll notice it when you see it. So what else is going on? We have Tate and Yoko opening up in Montreal this Monday. So that's pretty big. We've been closed for a few weeks now. We're happy to be back open again. We're looking forward to being back in the retail world. So any of you Montreal viewers out there, you're going to be able to come into Tate and Yoko again starting this Monday. That's a big win for us. New York City is still closed. Hopefully we're going to be able to get the green light. I'm not sure, man. New York has been closed for so long, and there's a lot of spring inventory in there that people have been after, and it's just kind of sitting in there. So we're hoping to make that available soon. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it. A lot of people have been asking us when they can finally shop again in New York, and unfortunately I don't run that city. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know if I want to be in that position. Anyways, fingers crossed, New York City and the rest of the world will open up soon enough, and we can get back to our normal lives. So yeah, let's all hope for that. Can you tell me more about the all condition selvage? Is it supposed to be worn under the rain? They're not waterproof. They're as water resistant as any other jean. What really makes them tough is their Denim yarn. So it's made with a super high strength yarn. It's an aramid fiber yarn, so you can really give those things a beating. And the fact that they're lightweight makes them great for, summertime, summer excursions. I know a lot of people like to go hiking, camping, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what it was designed in mind for. Kind of an ultra light, high durability tech fabric wrapped up in a raw denim, wrapper. So if you want something that is lightweight and extremely durable, that is a great option for you. Have you announced the next color core yet? Not yet. We are working on it. Summer 21 we're wrapping up kind of everything that's going to be happening there. We're probably going to have samples ready to show early July, late June. So you're going to start to see previews of that, and you'll start to see more previews of the fall winter 20 collection. I know I've been showing off a little bit of that here and there throughout these live streams. So expect also a full collection preview, like I've done for a few seasons now, and then we'll have the release schedule announced shortly after. So I figure we'll have a release schedule sometime in August. Our factory is still kind of firing up, so we're getting all of our ducks in a row after being closed for so long. Somebody asked, would you do a sulfur dyed hoodie zip up? I don't know. Is it necessary? I don't know. Scotch sulfur, my favorite flavor. Right. Can you respond to DM? I might be able to. Let me tell you this. I get a lot of solicitations, especially from influencers, whatever that means. I don't answer those at all, ever. So if that, I'm not, suggesting that you are. I'm just saying that because I do get a lot of those, which I do find funny because somebody might have like 3,000 followers, which is a lot for maybe an individual, but they're like, hey, I could really help promote your brand. And I'm like, I think it's going to be the other way around. We have I do find that weird. I mean, I guess if you don't ask, you don't get. That's kind of one of my favorite things to say in life. But it's like, we get all kinds of these people messaging us, and sometimes like I know what they're doing. I mean, they're just sending out these messages to everybody. They're just shotgun approaching, and if they get one response, then they get one response. But sometimes they're so generically written and poorly written, where it's like, "Hello, brand. I am a big fan of your products. I can promote your products on my Instagram page because I have many followers." And I'm like, "Hello, brand. Like you." Come on, who's going to respond to that? Even if you shotgun approach that, who's ever going to respond to that? And your many followers of like 2,300, purchased, followers, which I do find it funny that, I don't know, maybe everybody else's Instagram is a little bit different, but you don't get to see how many likes there are on a photo anymore. I got rid of that, which I kind of like, but what I miss is the fact that you'd see somebody with like, a gajillion followers and like 4 likes. So those bots and purchased followers are people who have kind of fake accounts. They're able to hide the fact that they're fake now a little bit more than before. So anyway, any chance that the double-sided duck camo pants will make a comeback? We used the tiger print ones, so the tiger print and camo print, those flew. Those sold really fast. We didn't make a lot of them. We actually used up kind of some fabric that we had in stock. We are going to do some more tiger some tiger print and some camo work pants for next spring summer. For spring summer 21, so they won't be double sided, but we are bringing back those patterns as single sided ones. Very popular. I'm glad you guys enjoyed those. I wear the tiger print ones, the leopard print ones a lot. Was wearing my Kevlar today. Good man. Good choice. Will you ever come out with more red weft jeans? We are working on that. So there is going to be a black by red weft denim coming out for around holiday season. For anybody who's been paying attention to my Batman collaboration kind of teaser information, you know that the Harley Quinn denim is going to be a black by red weft. We are going to do some indigo by red weft again sometime down the line. Nothing planned at the moment, but it's never something that we're not going to do again. Red weft is such a great we always get such a great response to that, so we'll have a new iteration of red weft down the line for sure. Wait, what? When did likes go away? Somebody said. I still see them. Oh, okay. Well, some people don't see them. I mean, I don't see anybody's likes on pages anymore. So I think Instagram is everybody's Instagram. I find is a little bit different. So I don't see likes anymore. I think they phased it out for some people. I have multiple Instagram accounts. I mean, my own, Tate and Yoko, Unbranded, Naked and Famous here, of course. So on all of those accounts, I don't see likes at all. I think they're gone for me. Thoughts on the Left Hand 12 Midnight Edition? I mean, what a great jean. Our classic Left Hand Twill, one of our best-selling denim fabrics, a great classic denim, but now in a midnight edition, indigo by black. It's been a great seller. I've seen already people fading them out. Really, really cool option. If you need a really, really dark tone denim, that is definitely one to get. Okay, I'm a little backed up on the questions here. Have there been any jeans with black warp and colored weft, like the black by orange? Would be a sick for a Halloween pair. We've done black by red in the past. We're going to be doing another black by red again. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely an option for us to be able to do black by other color. And yeah, an orange would be fun to do for Halloween. That'd be cool. If we ever did a Halloween jean, that would be the way to go. I got you a Fire King cup and play. You did. Wow. Send me a message. That's awesome. Thanks for watching out for your bro here. Dig in the stash. Thank you very much. Saint Seiya series. If we're gonna do more anime stuff, I want to do what would I want? Like JoJo's. I think I have to do it. I have to watch it. I'm telling you, like I'm not very familiar, but so many people ask for JoJo's. It's the number one requested anime series that I get. Right, exactly. Weekly request for JoJo. It is something that I'm constantly asked for. So I'd have to familiarize myself with the content, and then I would be comfortable putting a collection together. And of course, I'd have to reach out to the people there and see if they're down for that. So that would probably be the number one. Akira is a close number two. I definitely want to do that collection. I think that would be really, really cool. Here in Japan, they just released a 4K remaster of Akira in a really nice set, but it's a little pricey, and I already have it on Blu-ray. So you know what? I've done so much of like DVD to Blu-ray upgrades that now I'm doing some 4K upgrades, and I'm like, oh man, it's never gonna end. Anyways, no FMA. What's FMA? I'm also an Evangelion fan, so I think that would be kind of cool. But I think we really hit it out of the park with Dragon Ball. It's going to be a hard follow-up. That would be a really hard follow-up. At one point, we were considering a Sailor Moon. Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, that's right. Again, I'm familiar with the property. I'm just not deeply familiar with it. Like, I know it exists. I've just never watched it. But at one point we were considering doing a Sailor Moon one, and I wonder how that would go. I'm a big fan. I really like it. I grew up with that stuff. And I even have like the Sailor Moon Crystal, like Blu-ray sets and things like that. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. But another thing that I really, really, really personally would like to do is Ninja Turtles. Big Ninja Turtle fan. I think that would be, oh man, it's on my to-do list. I mean, there's so many, and thankfully we have many. Well, I'm presuming, of course, the world could destroy us in I don't know, some catastrophic something or other. But there's so much that I would like to do down the line. Naked and Famous times 7 Samurai. Like, again, it's so... Sailor Moon would fly off the shelves. Like, Evangelion would be so rad. I'm not a big anime watcher, but I love that series. Like, right, some really cool options with Ninja Turtles. Yeah, there's so many cool options out there. TMNT would be amazing. Dude, I have this... I have to... My... In my office, I've got all kinds of movie posters, and I have to get them framed. But I've got this really, really, really incredible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle poster from, was it from Mondo or Bottleneck Gallery? Anyways, one of those guys, these kind of specialty poster makers, print houses. Check them out. If you haven't seen Bottleneck Gallery or Mondo, look them up. You'll find some incredible artwork if you're a movie fan. Did the shop open? New York City is still closed. Montreal Tati and Yoko is opening up this Monday. So if you're in the area, you're going to be able to come in and shop again. So we're happy to be able to do that. Space Dandy, think of the booty. Right. Oh man. Cowboy Bebop. There's a lot. There's so many properties, and that's kind of what I really enjoy about doing this type of project, is that there's kind of an existing kind of framework that we can work within, and there's such love for these characters, so it's a great way to blend. It's a great way to blend fabric and kind of nostalgia. The co-branded, collaborations are fine, but I like building something based off of a character or property. Really trying to encapsulate that character into a fabric is so fun. Sometimes it can be very complicated, because you're just trying to think, like, what is that character and how would it be represented best as fabric? What kind of selvage edge colors are we going to use? What kind of toned denim are we going to use? So, anyways, I enjoy it. And then it gives me an excuse to, like, watch tons of TV. TMNT, even the bad guys were cool. Absolutely. Shredder, Krang, Baxter Stockman. I mean, the Rat King. There's so many options. Slash, but like, which characters do you do? There's so many characters, and like, you can't do all of them. Technodrome Denim. That would be kind of cool. The Technodrome. Anyways, 21 ounce of Raphael Red Weft. I mean, now we're back into, fantasy booking, fantasy creation of fabrics, and which is fun. I enjoy you guys being so interactive with that. Bringing anime characteristics into fashion is a subtle but recognizable way. It is just god tier nice. I mean, I remember growing up and like nobody really knowing what anime was. I remember just going to these, like, there's this one store in where I grew up called the Comic Den, and like the guys who ran the shop pretty much looked like comic book guy, and they had anime for rent, and it wasn't like, they had some legit videotapes, but like there was a lot of bootleg videotapes in there as well, and depending on what you were renting, and it was like it was their store, but they would judge you. Like, you'd pull off something off the shelf, and they're like, you're getting that, and I'm like, come on, man, like, what are you giving me grief over that? That's not very nice. Konnichiwa. No, konban. Yeah, konnichiwa. Yeah, konnichiwa. Yeah, konnichiwa. I can read that. See? My Japanese is getting a little bit better. Wait, you guys are complicated. I'm working on reading. I'm not very good at reading Japanese, but wow, we got so many Japanese people all of a sudden joining our live stream, Risa. Do you want to help me translate some of this stuff? Yeah, what? Suddenly we got so many people joining our live stream. Thank you very much. I mean, there's over 100 people here. But a lot of konnichiwas and ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou gozaimasu. So, hey Risa, say good morning.
Hey, good morning.
In Japanese, please.
Oh, ohayou gozaimasu.
All right. So if you have any Japanese questions, or maybe Risa can say that in Japanese to our Japanese listeners, we can answer them for you.
Yeah. Well, is there any?
Well, no, there are many.
Japanese questions?
No, just say in Japanese. And if you have any questions in Japanese, we can answer them for you.
何か質問があったら、私が日本語で答えることも読むこともできるので、よろしくお願いします。
There you have it, guys. So we're multilingual here. So what was I saying? Fun. I guess I was on the fun property-based collaborations. Risa, we got a question, I think. Ohio. It's an ohayou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Batman news. Okay, Batman news. We're pretty much poor wife. No, she loves it. She enjoys being part of these live streams, right? Yeah. So Batman news. Nothing new in terms of anything I could show you yet. We're just kind of working on the graphics for the pocket flashers. We're designing those. We're just working with the Batman team on what we can and cannot do. So that's kind of one of the parts of this process is the approvals process. Sometimes you want to do something and you can't do that. So they have regulations and the way that everything has to kind of be presented so that it flows within their brand, and that makes total sense. So we're just working within that because sometimes some of the rules aren't very clear, and we ask for their direction on certain things. So right now there's a little bit of back and forth with that, and we'll have some really awesome graphics for that Batman collaboration real soon. Somebody said, ID on this hoodie. This is the Naked and Famous Denim Pullover hoodie in red. This is a new color that will be coming out for the fall. We'll also have it in like a vintage kind of toned pink, but if you're interested in some other colors, they are available right now on the website. We've got a bunch. So they come over in the pullover hoodie variant, zip hoodie variant, and crew neck variant, so without the hood. So we've got a great knitwear collection out there, and if you haven't tried it yet, I would recommend it. Super heavyweight. I think it's 160 GSM Terry. So let's just double check that. Sometimes I forget the specs. IE hoodie. Loop wheeled, they are loop wheeled. Not 160, 690 GSM. My brain farted a little bit. So very beefy, great to wear. I really enjoy wearing these, and Japanese fabric, made in Canada. Even look at that. Well, you know what? I really like our strings as well, if I can focus in on that. These strings are really nice. It's hard to see. Anyways, it's when you get one, you'll notice it. Very, very high quality. Is there any way to decipher the size tag of a jean to see what year it was made? Not really. But technically, I could look into it, and it would be hard for me. It would not be something I could easily do. It would take me some time to figure it out, because there are lot numbers on our jeans, and then I would have to go and check through all of our history of like productions, and our not everything's computerized, so there's a lot of manual processes still at play in our world. So I would have to double check.
No. What did they say before?
I don't know.
What is it? It's probably not working. This one says, like, are you making denim?
Well, you want to respond?
デニム、そうですね、ジーンズ、デニムを使った、衣料品作ってる会社です。デニムを折ってるわけではないんですけども、日本で折ったデニムを使って製品作ってます。
All right, so there's some Japanese answers for you. I think somehow during this live stream we got recommended on maybe Japanese Instagram. So we got like, you like kind of triple the amount of people who are double or triple the amount of people who are usually in here. So thanks for our Japanese viewers for tuning in. Sorry, my Japanese is terrible. I'm not even going to attempt that. We got konnichiwa.
You can read that.
Okay, if you want to say hi. But thanks for Japanese folks for tuning in. Konnichiwa, a lot of konnichiwas. Konnichiwa. Thanks for joining us on our live stream. Risa, you want to tell them what we're all about?
そう、うちのブランドはネイキッド&フェイマスデニムっていうカナダ、モントリオールにベースを置いてるブランドなんですけど、まあ基本的にはうちは日本で織ったデニムとか日本ので作られた生地を使って、カナダで縫製してる、ブランドです。で、まあ生デニムをメインにやってて、結構面白いのを作ってるので、よかったらフォローしてください。
What about this question here? Is that a question?
Thank you. You guys have a great job. ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Yeah, we enjoy our jobs very much. And thanks so much for joining us. I keep saying thanks so much. A lot of people keep joining. So somebody said opai. That is a word. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for making a great indigo sweater that my brother bought. Enjoy that sweater. That indigo sweater is really, really high end. And we didn't make very many of them. I should have got one. I'm a little jealous. I felt bad because we didn't make very many of those, and I'm like, I can't take one of these. So, anyhow, enjoy that sweater very much. What else is going on? So Batman is moving along nicely. I talked about Rick and Morty. So that's in the works right now. Best denim ever. Shout out. Thanks so much. Yeah, thank you. We try our best. So anyways, with Rick and Morty, we're still planning out all the fabric details on that. I know I talked about Pickle Rick and Scratch and Sniff Denim. We've been kind of shut down on that one. So we're unfortunately, I think that it's not going to happen. The Scratch and Sniff Pickle Denim. Pickle Rick. Damn it. So we're working on another Pickle Rick option. It won't be Scratch and Sniff. Brandon is really annoyed with me because I keep insisting on it being Scratch and Sniff, and he's like, anyways, the minimums are unbelievably high, and I feel like they're telling us that the minimums are like super high because they just don't want to do it and they don't want to say no. Japanese people sometimes don't like saying no. So I think they gave us like a really unachievable minimum, so that it's like, yes, we can do it, but you need to make 1 million pairs kind of thing. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But you will still be able to attain Pickle Rick denim in whatever fashion we come up with next. So that's coming. Anyways, I'm enjoying putting this together because we get to watch a lot of Rick and Morty. Do you have a plan for making denim jackets? That would be sick, dude. We do make denim jackets. If you check out our website, tatenyoko.com, which maybe you have already, but we do make quite a lot of denim jackets. You'll very many options there. Rick denim fades to green when alcohol is spilled on them. Yeah, we should. That'd be kind of funny. Anyhow, you'll see what we come up with. The Rick denim, what we have planned so far. I'm not going to reveal it yet because it's still, maybe I felt I was a little preliminary on that pickle Rick scratch and sniff, especially since it's pretty much not happening now. So I'm gonna wait till we finalize our fabrics before I talk about them in detail. But yeah, I think you might be able to sell 1 million pickle Rick scratch and sniff. I appreciate the enthusiasm there. We're not that big a company, so maybe one day we could sell 1 million pairs of something. But that's a lot of pairs of jeans. Like 1 million pairs of jeans. I wonder if we've sold 1 million pairs of jeans since our inception. I don't think so.
We should figure that out.
I'm gonna figure that out. I'm actually gonna look into that today.
Well, it's gonna be really hard to like differentiate like the shirts and jeans.
Right. We might have sold. I wonder. Anyways,
units of things. Right?
Units of things sold, and that's also difficult because sometimes we have like right now we're selling like masks, and like they're inexpensive, relatively inexpensive. That is. So we sell a lot of those in terms of units.
Also, we changed the system.
Yeah, we did change systems. Doesn't have the whole history. Anyways, I'm gonna look into it. I wonder if we've sold 1 million jeans. I don't think we have. It'd be cool if we have, but I don't think we have. In fact, I don't think we're. I wonder.
I don't think we're close.
I don't even think we're close. Yeah. But I wonder how many years away we are from doing that, just based off of like, I'm going to look into that. It's a good question that I asked myself. Have we sold 1 million? When will we sell 1 million pairs? 1 million? That would be crazy. 1 million pairs of jeans. That would mean 1 million people, well, assuming everybody owned one pair, but a lot of people would have our jeans. And I think a lot of people do have our jeans, but 1 million people? That'd be crazy. I don't think so.
Average out to 500,000 is the thing.
Yeah, I wonder. We got 100,000 followers on Instagram. And let's assume that most of them own one pair of jeans from us. So that's at least, a couple tens of thousands of people. I would comfortably say tens of thousands of people own our jeans. Yeah. Do 100,000 people own our jeans? I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably, maybe.
I don't know, but there's a lot of like multiple.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who own multiple pairs. Somebody wrote here, Salvage Connoisseur is driving up your numbers. Yeah, big time. Yeah, there's him and Salvage. Ming. What's his Instagram handle? Man, why my brain is just farting. Anyways, there's a couple of guys out there who have ridiculous collections, like even Swiss Jeans Freak, he owns tens of thousands or 10 of thousands of pairs of jeans. If you guys are not familiar with the Swiss Jeans Freak, he has the Jeans Museum, and he basically collects all of the jeans. And right over here, Chani Ipso, 20 pairs. Thank you. That's a lot of pairs. Good. I mean, at some point, I was doing anyway. Let me finish about Swiss Jeans Freak. Thousands and thousands of pairs of jeans this guy owns. He only wears a couple pairs ever, but he's an incredible collector of jeans and just such a great member of the raw denim and just denim community in general. I love that guy. Rudy is a fantastic guy. Check out his Instagram, Swiss Jeans Freak. He if you've ever posted an image of a faded jean on Instagram, he's probably commented on it. He's all over Instagram. So shout outs to the Swiss Jeans Freak as well. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of podcasts lately. A lot of people I guess people are at home and doing their creative things, so they want to have their start podcast, and they've asked me to be on. So I've done a couple, and this topic about how many jeans people own came up, and it kind of came into the sustainability question, because they were asking me about what is kind of sustainable, or is the denim industry sustainable and things like that. And I said, there's a lot of things, if you look at anything, there's always going to be something problematic, and some things are better than others. And I was talking about how a lot of brands out there brand themselves as a sustainable, we're sustainable, we use less water. I'm like, well, we use no water. We don't wash our jeans, we don't distress our jeans. There's no acid and chemicals being used to process our jeans to make them look old and made in questionable places and things like that. So it's kind of funny when you look at the way that they market their jeans, pretending that they're this incredibly sustainable product, and it's like, well, there's that aspect of it, and then there's just the life of your product, aspect of it, because some people make crap that doesn't last, and they kind of encourage, this kind of incredible amount of, especially with fast fashion, they want their customers in their store every week buying something new. And, as much as I would love all of our customers to always be shopping, the fact is that we sell stuff to people that lasts long, that is classic, that doesn't need to be replaced very often, and because of that, our products have a long lifespan. They don't end up in the landfill. And that's kind of one of the things that really makes something very sustainable, in my opinion. When you have a pair of jeans that you wear for years and years on end and you're not constantly replacing them, that's a good thing, especially when you're, if you factor in the fact that, denim wearers tend to not even wash their jeans as often as, say, a typical jeans wearer. There's less water being used, and, we encourage this wear and repair and keep wearing mentality. So that's, that in itself makes, raw, not just us, but any raw denim product so much more sustainable than all of the mass market garbage that's out there. So, I was talking a lot about that, and then I said that, we have kind of, there's we have also a fanatical customer who collects our products because they like fabrics. They're fabric nerds, and that's a different category of customer, of course. But even within them, of the jeans that they wear, they're wearing them for a long time. My kids are going to inherit my Naked and Famous collection. The thing is, I'm a collector too. I have hundreds of jeans. I have T-shirts, man. I have hundreds of T-shirts. I collect. I've been collecting T-shirts for decades now, and I have so many T-shirts. And the fact is that there are the T-shirts that I wear, and then there are the T-shirts that I keep just because I like the designs and I like the graphics, or maybe they have a nostalgic kind of memory attached to them. So there are different types of consumers out there, and I think collectors are a little bit different because collectors collect, and because we're curating something and putting something together that we can enjoy. But then there are general mass consumers who collect and maybe destroy. They buy and they throw away, and that type of thing. And that's really what's bad, in terms of the sustainability of the fashion industry. That's not what you want. You want to have products that last long, that you can wear, and even hand down if necessary. I know if I ever have a child, that they will be able to wear my jeans because I'm never going to throw them out, and they're just going to be repaired until forever. I've got jeans in my closet that are 50, 60 years old. I have a pair of overalls in the Montreal office that's almost 100 years old. I've even worn them, and that's the thing. Like, that's never going to end up in a landfill, because that's just, unless my kids don't appreciate any of this stuff. My future non-existent kids. What do you think?
Oh, we're gonna teach them well.
Yeah, we're going to teach them to appreciate this stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want these faded jeans that I wore for 9 years before you were even born? Stupid kids. You want to... Anyways, that would be the most frustrating thing, I think, if we have children.
But, right now, I'm looking at my mom's old clothes, and, sometimes I was like, oh, this is cool, can I have it? And, it's just, that kind of things would happen. I also look at, old pictures of my mom and, wearing these, mom jeans, and they look, awesome.
Yeah.
And so, it's I'm sure when they're like really young, they may not appreciate it, or fits are not like so trendy. But then they'll come
It'll
around.
come around. Yeah, it'll come around. Any faded pairs of Hanami? Not quite yet. That's still a new model, so we haven't seen any faded pairs of those yet. Okay, there's a couple of questions I'm going to get through. I was just tired of my mall pants ripping from being in the brush. I mean, they're not going to last. You guys make the only jeans that have lasted over 6 months on me. Well, there you go. That's how you do it. You wear them, and you know what? Even if they start to rip or whatever, repair them. That's the way to keep them going. Maintaining your jeans is part of the raw denim process. Check your jeans for holes and rips and things like that. I have rips in my jeans, and sometimes I just let them ride. For example, my left hand tool, that knee is busted out pretty good. I like it. Maybe if it gets too extreme, I'm gonna repair that. My got a little hole here from my phone. My belt loop finally broke. I keep my keys hanging from there, so when I get back to Montreal, I'm just going to replace that with a brand new belt loop altogether. I'll take that off, and I'll have a nice raw denim, fresh belt loop that's been, that needs fading. But, you see a lot of great detail here. And yeah, as damage occurs, I might embroider on top of that stuff. Yeah, you just got to keep your jeans going. There's my... Sorry for the photo, the close-up of my crotch, but, that's going to bust out soon. That will need a repair. You can't let that ride out for too long, otherwise you're going to have a real problem. But, checking your garment and making sure that, whatever needs fixing gets fixed. You can, if you want, you can let it ride, but the longer you let it ride, the more difficult it becomes to repair. So, but sometimes you want that kind of big repair. I don't know. Anyways. Play it by ear, but make your clothing last. What podcast have you been on? Would like to listen. So there's the Denim Hunters podcast that I just did. It hasn't been put out yet. The Denim Hunter Thomas at Denim Hunters. When he's gonna let me know when he's gonna publish it, and I'll make that available. For you guys to check out here. I also did a Malaysian, I apologize. Because I know the guy who runs it, but I don't know the name of the podcast. He just kind of messaged me. He's like, "You want to be on our podcast?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I the host and everything like that, it was my first time speaking to them ever. Once I get the link for that, I'll also publish it. So there's that. I've been busy doing those, on top of these live streams. So I've just been doing a lot of talking lately. Okay, let me answer some more questions that I might have missed here. Completely agree. One thing I have pledged to try and do is to buy better. Hence this Insta account. Buy well, buy once. That's right. Buy well, buy once. It pretty much goes with almost anything. I would say, whether it's clothes or luggage or your, headphones, when and if possible, buy the best one you can. That's otherwise you're always going to be chasing for that next item, and you don't need to. Let me tell you, especially with luggage, because nothing, we've at Naked Famous, we've been through so many sets of luggage over the years because we travel a lot and we travel with our bags full. We have the entire collections packed into a bunch of luggage, and we're going in and out of airports, and these bags are getting slammed and in and out of cabs, up and down stairs. It's crazy. So we've been through a lot of luggage, and one thing I have to tell you is that if you invest in the right luggage, it lasts, and absolutely nothing is worse than your luggage failing on you in the middle of a trip. If that wheel breaks and you've got 5 blocks to go with a 50-pound bag, that is not a fun time. So invest in the right luggage, and of course maintain your luggage. If there's problems, get them out. He shows their jean collection one day. The thing is, my jean collection is very splintered. I have like a bunch of jeans at my mom's place in just in Toronto. I have stuff in Montreal, in the Montreal office. I got a little bit here. I got stuff in my apartment in Montreal. It's kind of all over the place. I don't have, how many? I don't know. Maybe I have 10 or 20 pairs of jeans here. Not very many. But I should go through and I have a lot of my jeans on like the Denim wall in Montreal and the Denim wall in the New York store. So for a while, a lot of my faded pairs I would just add to the wall of fade because we didn't have that many jeans at the time. So I was trying to fill up the wall, and now we have so many jeans. And anyways, I do like going through the wall of fade and picking out my jeans because some of the fades are like, my phone fade's kind of on the same place, and my wallet hasn't really changed in a long time. So there's certain details that I can easily distinguish my jeans from anybody else's. Are raised belt loops expensive to produce? If not, you should make them. I mean, they're going to be a little bit more expensive to produce. So, I mean, I don't find them. I like our belt loops. I like raised belt loops, but we do have them on our MIJ series. So if you are a spec nerd when it comes to denim production, you definitely want to check out our Made in Japan line. Did you really just cut your own raw hem with scissors? Any other tips on doing that we should know? Do you roll them up a little? I just cut them with use fabric scissors because they cut through fabric a lot better. You can, if you're not sure what fabric scissors are, go to any sewing supply store and they'll have them. In Canada at Dollarama, they have fabric scissors that are actually pretty decent. Yeah, I've owned a few pairs of those and they're pretty good. They just really cut nice and clean. Basically, I just mark them where I want to cut, and I cut. That's it. Use fabric chalk if you can get it. If not, just use a felt marker and just cut on top of it so there's no stain. You'll be fine. I like that look. I'm gonna use it for that. For some new True Grits. I raw hemmed my True Grits too. It's if you check out last week's IGTV, you'll see it there. In relation to your question, what exactly is a raised belt loop? I did a Google, but I can't quite see the idea. It's raised. Noah here answer the question. Raised belt loops are when there's a little ridge going from the middle of each loop, making it for a more beautiful fade. I mean, there's definitely a nice detail. Check out our MIJ series. You'll see that there's a little bump kind of right in the middle. So they're folded in extra time. So what is your end game luggage? Okay, end game luggage is that black steel Rimowa, which it's really, really expensive. I'm not unless I hit the lottery. I'm probably I hit the lottery is pretty much the only way I'm going to buy that. I do have some other Rimowa luggages that I enjoy. I have a couple of them. The Classic Flight and the Salsa series. So I've got a good set of really, really nice luggage. These rollers are great. They're lightweight, they're durable, and I have to say that I've had to repair one before, and the repair service on them is very good. So I'm very happy with the service that they provide. These are expensive, don't get me wrong, but I've had them for many years and had no issues. The other luggage I can really highly recommend. I just got one. I actually just bought another one, so I have two. Is the North Face Rolling Thunder. It's a very good price. I think it's less than $300 for the big one. Tons of room. It's a dual roller, so you can pretty much only pull it. It doesn't, you can't kind of drag it on the side of you, so that's a little annoying. But very, very good piece of luggage. I love the hardware. It's really industrial and tough looking. I would very much highly recommend the North Face Rolling Thunder. Um, you really can't go wrong with well-made leather goods, or Toomey is great. I don't want to. Anyways, I had some issues with Toomey luggage. Toomey Samsonite too. I've had some good Samsonite. I had a Samsonite Black Label luggage for a while. I sold mine about a year ago. I've had some good experiences with that, and I had to service that as well. It did take a little bit longer because the Black Label stuff is they're kind of high end Samsonite stuff, and I guess the service centers aren't used to getting so much of their kind of rare pieces, so I had to wait a little while to get that serviced, but it got serviced, and that's kind of the good thing about Samsonite is that there are a lot of service centers for that. I have Ramoa. I was just curious what the landed on in the end. Okay. I'm from Russia. I am from Russia in the Chechen Republic. I want to open a store of your products here. Can I buy from you directly? For wholesale requests, yeah, send us an email at info@nakedandfamousdenim.com, and we review all of those. So yeah, we're happy to converse. Released the red chino selvage that you guys did for Blue Owl. It's such a beautiful shade of red. I love. I mean, some of those Blue Owl things are like a lot of these like store exclusives are store exclusives. You know, sometimes we might reissue them, but we'll have to see. That old flip clock screensaver is perfection. I'm a big fan of flip clocks, so I've got my flip clock screensaver. I also have this old flip clock radio. I really, really like this thing. I haven't turned it on. I still have to plug it in and stuff, but I like certain vintage clocks. I have that one, and you got to check out this clock. This clock is really cool. It's like an industrial kind of factory clock. Very pop arty, and I got this thing. Really cool. It lights up. I have to plug it in. I'm gonna try and figure out if I can get this to work without a plug. Maybe modify it a little bit. But that's a fun vintage clock that I bought in Montreal. It lights up. I really like it. Any Sakiori fades are distressing yet? Not quite yet. So that's still a pretty new product out there. So we're waiting to see what the community comes up with on that one. Okay, so I think I've been at it for a little while now. I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks so much for everybody who joined in on the live stream today. I will be back again next week. On Friday at 7 p.m. I'm going to have this on YouTube. This will be available on IGTV for you guys to rewatch. If you want to reach out to me, send me a DM. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said earlier in the stream here, we get a lot of messages, and I try to answer them as fast as I can. So if I don't answer, I apologize. It probably just got lost. So I'll see you guys again next week. Have a great weekend, and I don't know. Stay safe out there, everyone. Later, guys.